Hey, good evening, everybody. Blitzball Champs back here once again with a brand new video here on the U to the 2. All right, let's do some pro wrestling talk. So quite a bit has been going on dealing with pro wrestling. So I just kind of wanted to touch on a couple of topics and just see what's cooking. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So first off, let's talk some New Japan Pro Wrestling. So they just finished having their G1 Climax tournament. Um, and for the second year in a row, Kota Ibushi wins the G1 Climax tournament by defeating Sonata of LIJ, which was a great match, which I believe now has the record for longest match in G1 Climax history, I believe. But um, but yeah, so Kota Ibushi uh, won the right to, of course, challenge the champion at Wrestle Kingdom, which he chose Naito for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, which I believe is a championship that Kota Ibushi has never won. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's never won that championship before. So thought that was really cool. But as Kota Ibushi was celebrating and had his uh, post tournament interview, here comes Switchblade Jay White of Bullet Club. And he challenges Kota Ibushi to a match, I believe, at Power Struggle for that right to challenge the champion Tetsuya Naito at Wrestle Kingdom. So he's pretty much putting his tournament victory stipulation or perk on the line in a match against Jay White. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Who knows? Maybe swerve will happen and Jay White will get the victory, which Jay White was originally my prediction to win the G1 Climax tournament. So hey, if this were to happen, I'd be cool with it. But not only that, Will Ospreay has teamed up with the Great Okarn and B Priestley and has turned on Kazuchika Okada and left the Chaos faction. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And apparently, Ospreay wants to start his own faction. So it'll be very interesting to see who will join him. But something tells me that at least one person that I can think of that joins him, probably Robbie Eagles. I feel like that makes the most sense for Robbie Eagles to join alongside Will Ospreay. So I think that's one of them. I don't know who else would be a good fit. Apparently, there's been some dissension within Bullet Club, with Evil and Jay White and Kenta just, trying to establish who's like the leader, who's the dominant one, who's like the pack leader of the Bullet Club. So, who knows? Maybe somebody defects from Bullet Club and joins Osprey. But I think Robbie Eagles would be a good pick. I think it would be a very good pick. But we'll see. We'll see what happens as Power Struggle is getting ready to start. And then, of course, we got the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League. And, of course, the Best of the Super Juniors, one of my favorite tournaments in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I'm definitely looking forward to both of those, which will be going on at the same time, I guess, throughout pretty much the rest of this year, I would say, or, within the next few months. But, yeah, it's exciting. Got a lot of stuff going on in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it's exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And speaking of tournaments, Stardom just started the Goddess of Stardom Tag League tournament. And just to go through the teams, here are the teams. So you got teams in the blue block, and teams in the red block. The blue goddess block, red goddess block. So for the blue goddess block, you got Dream H, which is made up of Tam Nakano and Mina Shirakawa of the Stars faction. We have Momo AZ, which is Momo Watanabe and Azumi of Queen's Quest. We have Grab the Top, which is Shuri and Hamika of the Dona del Mundo stable. You have Black Widows with the newly acquired Konami and B. Priestley. Of course, Konami just recently turned on Jungle Kiona and joined Oedo Tai as Tokyo Cyber Squad is now dead. Color Me Pop, which is Gokiken Death and Riho. Of course, Gokiken Death, now dressed up like a crazy looking clown, is now part of the Stars stable. Yeah. I mean, pretty much does the same sort of stuff that she did as Def Yamasan, but just she's a clown now instead of a heavy metal groupie, I guess. Um, but yeah, she's teamed up with Riho, which Riho seems to be mainly teaming up with people of Queen's Quest and Stars, but she's still technically on her own and not a part of a stable. So do keep that in mind. Riho is still technically solo. So that's the blue goddess block. The red goddess block, we got the MK Star Sisters, which is Mayu Iwatani and Starlight Kid, both of the Stars faction. We have Wingori, which is Saya Ida and Hanan of the Stars faction. You have Aphrodite, which is Utami Hayashishita and Saya Kamatani, the current Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Champions, both part of Queen's Quest. We have Great Crazy Bloom, which is made up of Julia and Micah of the Dona del Mundo stable. And then you have Devil Duo, which is Natsuko Tora and Saki Kashima of Oedo Tai. So those are the teams for this year's Goddess of Stardom Tag Team League, Tag League. So yeah, it's pretty exciting, and apparently, word is that both Jungle Kiona and Natsu Sumire, Jungle Kiona, who just recently joined Stars after TCS died, and Natsu Sumire of Oedo Tai, are both out with injuries, so they're not in this tournament. But yeah, that's your Goddess of Stardom Tag League lineup for this year, and it's exciting. It's definitely exciting. It'll be interesting to see which team wins the tag league. But a couple of things to keep in mind. Mayu Iwatani did successfully defeat Shuri. They had their title match, and Mayu was able to retain. Um, and also remember that Utami Hayashishita is still due a World of Stardom title shot after, because of the fact that she won the 5-star Grand Prix. So she still has that title shot in her pocket. So definitely looking forward to whenever she cashes that in. But that's pretty much it for Stardom. That's pretty much it. So a lot of exciting things going on in Stardom as well with this tag tournament. Um, let's flip over to AEW. AEW. So, um, so they got a AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament that just started. Um, you had Wardlow defeating Jungle Boy. You had Kenny Omega defeating Sonny Kiss in record time, which was originally supposed to be Joey Janela, but um, got in contact with somebody that had the XO crisis. So they took the precaution to take him out of the show, and Sonny Kiss was his replacement, which he got squashed. Yeah, it was crazy, really, really crazy, and it looks like they're really booking Kenny Omega to be the cleaner. Had fancy entrance with beautiful ladies with brooms, and yeah, I think the cleaner is back for reals this time. So yeah, the Lucha Bros, Ray Phoenix, Penta LM0. No, I'm sorry, I said that incorrect. Penta L0 faced each other in this tournament, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that match is match of the year candidate, hands down a match of the year candidate. These two work so well together, as well as they are a tag team as opponents. These two work very well together. I know I've seen a little bit of their work as opponents back in Lucha Underground, but man, they put on a match of the year AEW this past Dynamite. So, but Ray Phoenix did ultimately get the victory. And you had Adam Page, Hangman Page defeating Colt Cabana. Um, at the end of this tournament, I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being Kenny Omega versus Hangman Adam Page. And the finals will take place at Full Gear. So I think this is what it's going to turn into. It's going to turn into Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega. I can sense it, which would make sense. But definitely looking forward to how this turns out. And I gotta say, that Broadway musical between MJF and Chris Jericho was very, very weird and outlandish, but you know what? It was entertaining. I will say that it was entertaining. I don't think anybody saw anything like that coming. So kudos to AEW for being out there, but still very creative and entertaining. So got to give kudos to MJF and Chris Jericho for that entertaining musical number that they performed. But they've announced some matches for AEW Full Gear. Check this out. So, of course, we got the finals of this Eliminator tournament. So that will be at Full Gear, and the winner of that finals will get a future AEW World Championship title shot. So keep that in mind. We got Cody, or whoever the TNT champion will be after next week. Or excuse me, it was either next week or in 2 weeks. I think it's in 2 weeks. But whoever is the champion, the TNT champion between Cody and Orange Cassidy, will defend against Darby Allin at Full Gear. So a lot of people looking forward to Cody versus Orange Cassidy 2, as in the first time they faced each other, it went to a time limit draw. So yeah, this ought to be interesting. But yeah, Darby Allin has gets dibs on the winner. So definitely looking forward to whoever wins that match to face Darby Allin will definitely be good. And this this match here is probably potentially could be match of the card. Just because this is I really feel like this is probably one of the more anticipated matches. But for the tag team championship, the AEW tag team titles, FTR defends against the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks won a fatal four way to win the number one contendership. And I tell you, these two are finally going to get it on. And I have no doubt this is going to be an excellent, excellent match. FTR and the Young Bucks. We got John Moxley defending the AEW World Championship against Eddie Kingston in an I Quit match. Um, definitely looking forward to that. And Eddie Kingston's been gold as a heel, gold on the mic, just in the ring. Like I said, I've known Eddie Kingston since back in Chikara, so I'm very glad to see him blow up in AEW and really get the kind of time and TV time and run that he's getting. So should be good. Should be really good. And also announced was Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in the Elite Deletion match. So I'm pretty sure that this will be the match that puts the finishing touch on this rivalry for good. I know the last match that they had, um, Matt Hardy was hurt pretty badly. I mean, he was able to finish the match, and that's cool and all, but yeah, hopefully they can really make up for that and have a better match through this Elite Deletion match. Um, I do wonder though. So one thing that's missing, which I'm sure they're going to announce, Sheeta. She needs a challenger. Hikaru Shida, the AEW Women's World Champion. She doesn't have an opponent. My guess is it's either going to be Britt Baker or it's going to be Nyla Rose. I'm leaning more towards Nyla Rose because I feel like because it was mentioned by her and by Vicky Guerrero that they're pretty much gunning for Sheeta. You know, Britt Baker hasn't really mentioned Sheeta since she returned into the ring, so that's why I feel like Nyla Rose is probably the closest one to getting that title shot. And, you know, we would get to see, you know, Sheeta Rose too, which, you know, definitely their first title match together was crazy. Really, really crazy. But you know, that match at Double or Nothing was just oh man. But I still think that eventually Nyla Rose may win the title back. And who knows? Maybe it's Sheeta who she dethrones. Because right now, Sheeta has been carrying the women's division. But it'll be interesting to see if Nyla Rose gets the title back. Because she didn't have much of a title run. She really didn't. And Britt Baker's the only other, you know, female heel, the main big female heel in AEW. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, but hopefully they'll add the women's title to the Full Gear card. But yeah, AEW's tearing it up. Um, let's see, and of course we have WWE. We got Halloween Havoc coming up next week, which they got a few matches announced for that. I know we're gonna get Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez, the two big ladies, the two trees. They're finally gonna get it on one. So that should be exciting. Uh, these two get to really showcase. Um, Now we all know that both the North American title match and the NXT Women's title match have the spin the wheel, um, make a deal, spin the wheel stipulation. So Johnny Gargano's got another title shot against Damian Priest, the current North American champion, and then you have Candice LeRae challenging once again Io Shirai for the women's title. And like I said, I'll probably do a prediction video as well. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I really feel like one, at least one of those two, is walking out new champion. And if I were to take a guess, it's probably going to be Candice LeRae. I think it's probably going to be Candice LeRae. You know, but hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And it was also announced Dexter Loomis will face Cameron Grimes. So that should be interesting. But hopefully they'll announce some more matches because I mean it doesn't seem like a very big card so far. But we got new NXT Tag Team Champions finally after like multiple title shots because I know these two have gotten like so many title shots. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch with the help of interference from Pat McAfee. Pat Mahaffey. I don't even know if I said his name right. But and took out Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish of Undisputed Era one by one as the hidden mystery attacker, which all led to Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch being the replacements for the title match against Breezango, and they defeated Breezango, and Oni and Burch have turned heel. I like it though. I do. I like it. I think this works well in their favor. These two are very talented, and they've finally broken out, and now can have a title run. So I think them turning heel helps, and I hope they get a good decent title run. To be honest with you, I hope they get a good decent title run. Xia Li been on quite the losing streak. And so far, she keeps getting these letters from Boa. So I don't know what's going on there. By the way, I like her with the cornrows. She looks great with cornrows. But it does make me wonder what this is all brewing to. I do hope that part of it equals a Karen Q return and they form a faction with Boa. They reunite that tag team and Boa's their manager or something. Like, or they throw in something. I don't know. But I expect Xia Li to be full on heel and come back a different Xia Li after, being, acquired by Boa. And I think she's going to be a dangerous threat eventually, depending on how they do this. But it's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Xia Li. But yeah, and then there's Hell in a Cell. Oh man, I gotta be honest with you. Like right now, the card is quite small for Hell in a Cell. Jeff Hardy versus Elias. I mean, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the only match on this card so far that I really, really am hyped about is, I guess, Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the women for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which is a Hell in a Cell match. So that should be good. That should be really good. Um, like I said, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the WWE title. I really don't care because I've already seen these two go at it enough times. So I really, I really could care less about this match. I really could care less. Um, and of course, the Universal Championship match. Uh, Roman Reigns defending against Jey Uso, and that's a Hell in a Cell I Quit match. But I don't know. I just, you know, that'll probably be pretty good. But honestly, Sasha versus Bayley is really the main match that I think I care about the most out of all the rest of them. Just, I don't know. After what happened at Hell in a Cell last year, just, yeah. But, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But, that's, that's pretty much all that I have. I mean, I guess there's I guess Asuka's not gonna be defending her title at Hell in a Cell, considering she just defended against Lana. So, and we're already in the go home week. So, only thing that's left this week is SmackDown, which maybe another match will get announced. But this Hell in a Cell card is looking really small and really weak. So, yeah. But anyway, that's all that I have for this pro wrestling update. Uh, Let me know what your comments, thoughts. What are y'all excited about? What's lame to y'all? And just let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching. This is Blitzball Champ signing off. I will see y'all soon. God bless.